Fingers crossed that this works. It should. Let's see here. And I should be live. Let's see here. How do I share this? Got any idea? I don't know how to share this. Let's see here. That should work. Go. Okay. Hello, Sardine. Hello, Socialist Mapping. How's it going? Or no. Syndicalist. Syndicalist Mapping. Welcome. I'm pulling up my art software at the moment. And there we go. That should work. Let's see here. Okay, tools. Okay. Let's just see here. Yeah, we have a new video finishing its production currently. So I'm gonna have to do that. Okay. Okay. So about what? It's a animation. So it's a comedy thing. The next video not video, long video is going to be about nukes, kind of. So, oh, interesting. Yes. But the next animation is coming out pretty soon. It's quite a ways along in the process of production. So, anyway, since we're here for drawing, does anybody have any requests? Otherwise, I'll just start drawing some stuff. Although, let me see. There we go. Saudi Arabia ball? We can do Saudi Arabia ball. Anything specific? Let's do this. One of my classic. That's where you're from? Oh, cool. Well, welcome. Uh, didn't know we had any viewers from Saudi Arabia. That's cool. Eventually we'll... Let me see here. Let's see. This could be fun. Just find a good version. That'll work. Okay, maybe not. Script changes. File, create from clipboard. There we go. Let me see here. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm just gonna... This will be like a fun side project to do. I can't write very well. We'll do a Studio Alpaca viewers map. And we'll just fill in all of the, what's a good color for this? This will go like green. Okay. So we have Saudi Arabia represented. I know that we have Americans. I'm an American, that counts. Yeah, that's all that I'm positive of. I know that there's somebody from Britain. But we'll fill that in as we go. View, show rulers. Sorry, I'm getting rid of some stuff. You're American too. Nice. Let's see here. Back to Saudi Arabia. Let's see, what's the thing on the bottom? That's gonna be Saudi Arabia's good buddy Yemen. And here. Hello from France. Oh, we got it. We got France in the chat. Let's go ahead and add France. You're the third country. This might be the first time that the first three things entered are Saudi Arabia, the United States, and France. That's a strange group. Let's see here. I need the Yemeni flag. Which is only one color that I need. And let's do that. And now I need the Saudi flag. The Saudi flag is not the easiest to draw, but that's okay. We will make do. To be a little bit bigger. And just go ahead and put it there. And now I'm gonna do this. Okay, so that. Okay. It's always fun drawing the Saudi flag. I haven't done it in a long time. But it's one of the flags I try to be like exact about it because it does have like some important text on it. I do draw I never like truly copy and paste flags, but I will trace frequently. But the Saudi flag, I don't want to just scribble, if that makes sense. So we'll spend a few minutes doing this. In the meantime, how's everybody doing? Anything y'all want to chat about? The United States bombed Iran, which is not good. But it looks like Iran chose to not retaliate so far. I saw that they had a press conference or put out a statement about it, which seems reasonable, just from what I read. Read the whole thing, though. Okay. Did I? Yeah. Just gonna... Can take a while to trace this. Let's see here. I need to pull this up too. Okay, so a lot of the Gulf countries are at risk now because of the only way around retaliate by attacking the bases. Yeah, the United States is too far away to retaliate directly. Now, the whole thing involves Israel, so they can just focus any attacks on Israel, although I don't know if that's gonna happen with any country besides Iran. Yeah. Because I don't think anything else, any other countries fought. Like there's some stuff going on with Syria right now, but I don't think that that has gone as far as uh, attacks on either side. And I haven't seen any other countries coming and saying anything about what's going on with Iran. Iran's not got the best relationship with like countries in the region. So, I don't know. And since this is Arabic, I have no idea if what I'm drawing here is completely changing everything, but I try. Okay. Nope. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, it's the Shahada, basically the Islamic decree of faith. Yes. I don't know what it's like the word specifically mean, but it is that. I don't know if you call that a prayer or I guess a decree, but yeah. Let's go ahead. And we will that. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit faster. Okay. It's rusty. Good. Da, 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 da. Yeah, when it comes to this, because I know it's religious, I feel like it would be a little bit disrespectful to, like, not do it properly. On flags that just, like, say some random crap. Like a lot of US state flags are like that. Well, they'll just say, like, great state of, like, Missouri or something. I'll not, I'll put some funny words instead. But this is like, I'd rather not do something funny. Yeah, no problem. Even though, like I said, I don't understand Arabic, so I could be making some mistakes that change the meaning, but I think it's not. That far off. And Arabic is like a, since it's a script, I think there's some wiggle room. Okay. What's the best Middle Eastern country, in my opinion? Best? I don't know. Best. Yeah, that's fair. It's like cursive Arabic too. Let's see. I don't know about best Middle Eastern country. Maybe like Jordan. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Hello, Mirak. Mirik. How goes it? Jordan's a good one. I want to visit Petra. My uncle visited Jordan, and he really liked it. He stayed there for a while. Or not my uncle, my cousin. So it's probably the one that I would visit if given the opportunity. If only to see Petra, which I would very much like to do. Yeah, might visit. Yeah, I don't foresee myself going anytime soon. I don't travel that much anymore. Jordan's probably the one that I would go to. Okay. Let's see. Moving left to right, so I'm almost done. Let's go ahead and get that. Gotta get that. Iraq is easier to draw. It also has Arabic, but it has a lot less. I also like to visit Iraq. Okay. I like the swoopy ones. I need this brush to stop reverting to 5 pixels. Okay. Also, I just realized I'm doing this left to right, but I think that Arabic is right to left. So I'm doing it backwards. So that's fun. Although I don't know if this Arabic is left to right. I assume, or right to left. I assume it is. But I think that they do sometimes go the other way. Played around with the Arabic keyboard once, like my iPhone. It's kind of cool how it, like, the words shift a lot when you're writing, which is pretty neat. Yeah, hello PHS Studios Official 2. Welcome. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything? Not glaringly. Although this might be... Nope, that is a little nub. Okay. So now I get to... Okay. Jeez. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be a fun exercise in... Nope. Oh. Well, aren't I lucky? I can just do that. Okay. Oh, thank you. Now let's see here. I'm gonna do shadow real quick. Shadows. Everybody knows I love shadows. Okay. Ah, stupid. Didn't make shadow layer. Shadows are fun when you have to do this. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And here's the fun bit. Let's do that. Get rid of everything. And just gonna go ahead and that, and call that good. Okay. Now let's just do a good old-fashioned Yeah, this and do like some transparency. You know what? I'm just gonna do this on new layer because it always bothers me. Okay. You do art as a living? No, I do the opposite. I do engineering for a living. uh, okay. I can see the likes and stuff coming through. Thank you. I think that helps the live stream. So thank you. Okay. Now this is going to be like 25%. Let me see. What is that brand? Okay. Like a darker brown. And we'll just do this. And go. Do and that. And we're going to do this. Just for funsies. Just for funsies. That. Looks pretty good. And I'm going to change the color on it though, because I don't like the color. Let's be a little bit. More like this. And I want this to be a darker color. Okay, there we go. Did you go to any college? Yes, I went to college. I have a master's in mechanical engineering. Okay, so there's our little Saudi Arabia. Beating the pulp out of Yemen. Sorry. The eyes on Yemen always get me. I draw them all the time because I find them very funny. You're a mechanic? No. I'm not very handy. Well, with engines, I'm not handy. I'm handy around the house, but no, I'm not. Okay, so there's our first drawing. Of the stream. I'm gonna actually lyric group. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just so that this is a bit more organized. Okay. Oh. Okay. And this. Just make that work. Now, can this... I can't just move. Brilliant. You're Macedonian. Now, when you say Macedonian, do you mean Greek Macedonian or North Macedonian Macedonia? Because we'll add you to the map. We're doing this of Studio Alpaca viewers. Just FYI. North one. Nice. I guessed correctly. Old map. It is. Yeah, I didn't even check. We'll just we'll fix that. Borders like somewhere around here. Okay. There's still Yugoslavia. Does Serbia have a coastline? I don't know. I'll leave that. Interesting. Okay. It's hard to find a good map like that. Yeah, there's Serbia, Montenegro. Weird. I'll fix that. There we go. There we go. That works-ish. And Bosnia's got way too much of a coastline, but we'll just call that an issue of pixels. Whatever. I think that's about where the border between Sudan and South Sudan is. Are there any other issues? Not that I can see clearly. Okay. What do we want to do for our next drawing? Any requests? Napoleonic soldier of a nation of your choice. Okay. We can do that. Look up. Let me look up some stuff. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Oh, good God. Okay. Some of these images are just awful in terms of quality. See, the thing with drawing Poland ball or country balls is that you don't really do clothes, so you got to find a good looking hat. And that's what I'm doing. What? Okay, so I found a good hat. Let's see here. There were a lot of good hats during the Napoleonic era, mind you. Gotta start off with a ball. Let's see here. Sorry, it can take a while to draw a good one. That's good. Okay. I think this flag is gonna suck. To draw, I mean. List of Russian flags. So Russia was Napoleonic. Oh, I took it as just Napoleonic era. Not serving under Napoleon. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Anything from... I think usually when referring to the Napoleonic era, it's talking about Europe. So, like, around 1805, whatever. Um, I guess technically, like, everybody was in the Napoleonic era, but I think usually it just means, like, countries that were uh, in Europe and dealing with Napoleon at the time. So like, Russia's a good example. They were at war with Napoleon, obviously. Um, so, yeah. But I'm not sure if, like... I've never heard of anybody referring to, like, Napoleonic China. You know what I mean? Or Napoleonic... I've never even heard of, like, Napoleonic America. United States. But... I guess you could say that. The United States bought... the U.S. dealt with Napoleon. But we didn't fight against Napoleon. We were not involved in European politics at that time. The U.S. was very young. The War of 1812 happened. But I think Napoleon was in exile. Let me see. When was Napoleon in exile? He died in 1821. Okay, so Napoleon wasn't in exile yet during, like, the start of the War of 1812. He abdicated in 1814, but then he came back in 1815. So, yeah, during that time, the U.S. was just kind of minding its own business. We hadn't even passed the Monroe Doctrine yet. Okay. Napoleonic era is interesting to me. I don't really know much about it. I am not, like, huge on European history. At least, like, a lot of it. It's the type of stuff that is mostly important in European history is the kind of stuff that I don't particularly find interesting. So, like, monarchies and alliances and stuff like that. It's not really my cup of tea. I'm also not huge on, like, military history. So a lot of military history, I guess I do like, but the like types of battles that were going on in the 1800s, that's the kind that I don't like. I like more of the I'm an engineer, so it won't be surprising, but I like the engineering aspects of military history, as well as just history in general. So That era, not my favorite. Now the medical stuff during that time period is pretty interesting because nobody knew what they were doing. Unfortunately for the soldiers at the time. It was later in the century, but the Crimean War is probably one of the most important wars for like medical history, and that is a very interesting one to me. Florence Nightingale, like created a ton of very important protocols and like rules for wartime hospitals during the Crimean War. It is so hard to take a hat from a human being and put it onto a country ball. Okay, don't do it. That's my tip for you. Okay. Let's see if that works. We will see. No, I'm gonna have to do this a different way. It just looks like a pharaoh's hat. Stupid. Impossible. That looks fine. And then let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm going to draw the hat first. I usually don't do this, but I think that I actually just have to in this case. Okay, yep. That's going to be better. And yeah, if you're talking about the engineering side of history, it's not surprising. Most engineers just like we get together, we end up talking about like some interesting military thing. If you have any engineering questions, feel free to let me know, or feel free to ask. I'm not a great engineer, but all right. That's pretty good. So we'll call that okay. This is gonna have to be a little bit forward. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know how old you all are, but if you're still in school, I would recommend going into engineering. It's a good field. It's pretty fun. Oh, see ya. See ya, Sardine. Thanks for showing up. If you're not part of the Discord yet, you can join. I do post the arts after the live streams in case you wanted to take anything that I drew here. But thank you very much, and sleep tight. Okay. It's a Countryball live stream, and we're just here drawing a hat. Okay. Now this is looking shabby, but not too shabby. This needs to come down just a little bit more. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and okay. And now we need some silver. Okay. So okay, do that. Okay. Okay. And, trim this down just a little bit. Okay. And it's gonna have to go up here. Okay. And I just kind of do these lumpies. Gotta love hats. Okay. That's bad. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Now, get some of this going. Let's call that okay. Love it. Love to see it. There we go. Thank you for the hearts. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, that's silly. There we go. Okay. More hat stuff. And now... Wrong era Vietnam. We'll call that good. This needs to be not quite as bright. Go. And what else can I do here? It's got to be a little bit of gold. And I lost that color. Hello, Watermelon. Welcome back. Let's call that okay. And there's usually like a little bit of gold here. Might be brass, but that's okay. Okay, now for the fun part. And the reason that I wanted to draw the Russian soldier is because they have a goofy... I mean, I'm sure it was intimidating at the time. Oh my goodness, it's always goofy. Okay. Okay. Fill that in. It's a fuzzy thingamajig. Top. That fuzzy. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Watermelon, how you doing? We'll be drawing something new here in a minute, so if you're still around, maybe you can choose what we draw. Mind drawing your profile picture. As long as it's Countryball, yeah, be happy to. Hello, Mateo. Mateo, yes. Okay. Cannot. Okay. It's got kind of bluish. Da, 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 da. And I'll get a slightly darker one. Okay. Russian soldier. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do here. America. Me too. I'm from Kansas. Oh, okay, see. Nice. I have family there. Or I used to. They moved to Tulsa. Still. Da, da, da. Now then, I need some... Okay. Okay. Yeah, don't give away all your info. Bum, 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 bum. Although upstate New York is only slightly less info than saying you're from Kansas. Okay. Okay. So there's the hat. That took me a long time. And I actually need to. This goes up here. Okay. And now let's draw. Now let's draw the ball that goes inside of it. Okay. There we go. That's right. That looks better. Something about that. Gotta close this loop. And let's go ahead and do this. I need to turn it on. Maybe it's zoom in is what I need to do, but I'm not gonna. Okay. I get the... I just need... I just get the blue. fix this, but we'll see here. And just that. And some of this. And I also do a little bit here. Ooh. Okay. And that. And some of this. There we go. Aloha. Aloha, Hemicat. Okay. There's our Russian soldier from the Napoleonic era. That didn't take me too long at all. Okay. Hello and goodbye, European Union. Okay, Mateo. What is your profile picture? It is too small for me to see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Doing good so far. 2 drawings. Let's do one that doesn't take me so long to finish the details. Profile picture is a pipe cleaner creation your kid made. Okay. Yeah, if you're on the Discord, if you could send some reference image, that would be appreciated. Okay. It's like a dragon thing. Does it have any like country element to it? Because I can do like hats sometimes and like landscapes, but I can't do I wouldn't be able to draw a dragon. It would look like crap. Oh, sorry. You make a small US kid with it? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Yeah, if you want. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Always got to start off with a country ball. Sometimes. Jeez, I'm just not having a good day trying to draw this circle. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. It's like a four-legged creature. Tail, three frills on its back, and the rest can be seen in the pic. Okay. Now then, let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. This will be an exercise in my drawing ability. I'm gonna finish up the U.S. flag first. I just need okay. Yeah. So I just need the colors. That's why this is gonna not look right. Just FYI. Okay. Am I stupid? No. Yes. Okay. And let's go that. And US flag is not one of my favorites to draw, but it's okay. That's about right. Let's okay. I know it's not the right number of stripes. It just it's a matter of making it look like the right flag. Oh my gosh. Nope. My pen is just not feeling it today, is what I'm thinking. we will. That works. There we go. Okay. Now then. Okay. So now, Mateo, let me see here. What am I looking at? Okay, I've kind of figured it out. Okay. What layer am I drawing? That's not right. Okay. Let's draw this dragon. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see here. It's yellow. And let's see here. Okay. Basically drawing it like pipe cleaners. Okay. And now we're gonna go ahead and it's like red, brown. Looks like your kid did pretty much a pattern. It's convenient. Sunglasses are like a, it's a feature of the America Countryball, actually. Let's see here. And I go ahead and up the size of this to like let's see. This will be a little bit confusing, but should, okay. Brown. Brown. Okay, that's what's going on. Drawing spirals is not the easiest thing to do. But it's not that. Okay. Call that good. And youth thinner. And a little bit of yellow mixed in here. The yellow is kind of mix matched. Okay. And then it's the same thing, but this wing appears to be slightly different colors. And call that good. And then got red again. And this brown towards the end. The brown is sort of more frequent back over here. And some orange, actually. So let's get some orange. And hello, Federation. Welcome. And so I've got a ring of brown here as well. And it's to be not nearly nearly as wide. And it's just sort of a mix of brown and okay. So that's about what I got. Methinks. Actually, let me got some. I'm gonna assume that there is some orange down here to match the other side. There's also some red back here. Kid's a modern artist. Indeed. Okay. And every time I almost forget the shadow. Let's go ahead. There you go. Honestly, better than a modern art. There we go. I'm not sure if I got the tail right. It also has multi-jointed legs. Okay. Let's go ahead and ever. Yeah, no problem. My pleasure. There you go. It's got some multi-jointed legs. Well, multi, I said one. One jointed. Okay. Yeah, of course, no problem. Feel free to take a screenshot or, you know, later on this video will be up as a VOD if you wanted to go and get it from there. But glad you enjoy. Hello, Berry Slushy. What is up? Okay. What do we want to draw next? Let me go ahead and keep this organized. Here's where we're at so far. We've got Russian soldier, Saudi Arabia, and that's interesting. Why do we think? What? I'm sure that I know why. colors were slightly off the entire time. Sorry about that. There we go. What do we got? Berry Slushy, you have any drawing requests? Maybe Indiana? Literal Swiss cheese. That's funny. I like that. Okay. Let's do Swiss cheese. Okay. Okay. Choice. Sorry, okay. Sorry about that. I set up Streamlabs as a moderator. I'm not pleased with it so far. Okay. It doesn't like your cheese. Exactly. Okay. I'm actually going to have to draw this slightly differently. Okay. Okay. This is going to be fun. Okay. I need a temporary all that there. I got sticky keyed. Okay. Now then. This is gonna be fun. So is that right, or is this right? That's definitely this. Okay. Interesting. Very annoying. Okay, and I gotta erase this stuff. Let's see here. And we'll go ahead and put one. Okay. So let's do Swiss flag. There we go. I know that, like, Swiss cheese isn't, like, yellow. But we're just gonna ignore that. And just do yellow cheese. And just gonna don't like the way that the flag looks, so I'm gonna draw that. Trick to drawing shapes I've found is to draw like the skeleton of it first. Okay. And now let me draw shadow. It's fun. Okay, so now and why is this way? Okay. And there's some Swiss cheese. That turned out much better than I thought it's going to. I'm pretty pleased with that. That looks pretty good. Okay. There are some little bits that are in need of filling. But other than that, actually, let's see here. The eyes are kind of... It's kind of hard to tell that those are eyes. There we go. There's some Swiss cheese. And here I got let's see. We're gonna throw in a teeny tiny little Liechtenstein just for funsies. And I'm gonna draw this crown very badly. We'll go ahead and do that. And we'll just go ahead and okay, there we go. Now there's a little bitty Liechtenstein in there just for fun. Swiss cheese. Anybody else got any? Can you draw a France ball shaped like a baguette next to the Swiss ball? Yes. Let me see here. Gotta move some stuff around. Just so that I can fit. At some point I might run out of room and have to change, but for the time being. Okay. Let's draw a baguette. This is going to be even more cursed than the Swiss cheese. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so this is gonna be how is this even gonna be drawn? There we go. Okay. Now that's a start. Okay, and now we've got to... Interesting. How does this go? Okay. Okay, so now we gotta get the first flag. This will be fun. By fun, I mean awful. Okay. Uh, okay. Now I need this. And this. Okay. And of course need a shadow. Jeez. Okay. Just in. This is annoying. That's not that annoying. Okay. Now, then, this outline needs to be a little bit brown. It's not easy to find the right part. There we go. Okay. So there's France baguette. France baguette. Pretty awful. One of the more cursed things that I've drawn, but that's okay. And I actually need to draw the shadow underneath it. There we go. Very good. I like that. And actually, I know what I'm going to draw next. Electricals. Very annoying. Let's go ahead and get and let's see here. Let's go battle. There we go. Got a little Germany creeping up with a bread knife. Fun stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I need a chef hat. Obviously. go. And actually. Okay. Ew. I don't like these eyes. There we go. Okie dokie. What drawing sounds good now? Anybody have any requests? It doesn't have to be food related. Let me go ahead and zoom out and show everything that's been done so far. Not bad for a day's stream. Ooh. Kingdom of Greece. Okay. See what the Kingdom of Greece's flag looks like. That's easy peasy. What would you like the Kingdom of Greece to be doing? Don't really care. Okay, actually. Hey, what's up, Sardine? Couldn't fall asleep or something? Welcome back. Let's see here. Did the map get updated? No. Is anybody here from any country that isn't highlighted so far? Watermelon? I don't know if you're from somewhere that isn't listed. Might be... Here. I was gonna say, how about I get a map that has all the US states on it, but it'll be funnier if I just shittily draw all the US states instead. Okay, so... I'm from Kansas. Do that. And... Let's see. Mateo's from Oklahoma. We've had... a New Yorker. And I'm just going to fill these in order. So, mind you, this is going to be a mess. Okay, Ohio. I can do Ohio. Let's see. That's a little bit too far south. Okay, we'll say that's Ohio. If you're from New York. I think I made New York kind of too big. It's actually probably... I don't think I made it too big. We'll call that okay. For New York. I'm sure that I can fit in the other states around New York. I'm actually gonna, I guess, draw borders. Why not? Oklahoma's... Oklahoma's border's kind of like that. Kansas is pretty much like that. Some of these things are going to be exaggerated, obviously. There's Ohio. There's New York. New York's kind of like this. And I'm drawing this from memory. I'm not going to cheat. Oh, that's actually a lot easier. Yeah, I'm not going to cheat on this one. Okay. Vietnam, did anyone else see that? Yeah, I got some, well, one animation playing. I haven't had time to make that many animations, but I have that one. If anybody has any ideas for animations that they'd like, maybe we can work on one of those. I can have little animations play during live streams. I've got that set up, so yeah, let me know. Are any other states represented? Don't think so. We might do Canadian provinces. Probably not. Okay, there's Studio Alpaca viewers. And what I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna color code this. See how long it takes to fill in. Okay. Now then, back to this. Yeah, so we can make a post about it so you get more people. I made a post in... Oh, shit. Did I not send that? Oh my god, I didn't send that. I'm so stupid. Okay. Literally so stupid. But yeah, we can do... We can do a little animation if you want. So, I like having light blue background. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep it for live streams. So like if I put this in the Discord, we'd have a lot of people who popped in. But let me see here. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Give me the map. Animation's cool. Yeah. For this color, it's blue. Let's see here. So how about we come up with some idea for an animation that can come down from the top? Interesting. Okay, you know what? How about we do like a little heist animation? I think that sounds good. Vatican City defending. Okay. We got a Chicago Pope. I don't know if we have any Catholics in the chat, but that was exciting. Haven't heard much from him since okay, so let me see here. I'm gonna draw like kind of an ornate pedestal. Okay. Do some more unused countries like from Africa and Asia. Yeah, we can do one of those. Let's see here. Nope. Why? Why did that happen? And okay. What? Okay. Oh, I get it. I was so confused. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's have some of this. Hey yo. Hey Marble. How's it going? Da, da, da. Nope. Probably not gonna be able to color that in. Zooming in. Okay. So now that we got that. Probably come back to this at some point. But for the time being, this will be okay. Okay. So now I got a little pedestal. So now what we need is so this is always fun. Trying to figure out how to draw something. So you do this. It's going to be classic. Mission Impossible. You know, dropping from the ceiling. High beam. Get rid of that. Okay, so now this is gonna have to loop around. Okay, that doesn't look that bad. Be a slightly different color now. It's just gonna kind of alternate. Okay. That works. And how's that? Like that, basically. And there we go. I feel like this needs to be visible. How's that gonna work? Okay. Hey, Egg Stealer General. Welcome. Okay. So, the idea here is going to be that this country is going to drop down. And I guess steal something. Okay, you know what? Let's just do... I got one request so far. When you're done, can you make Ukraine with the Cossack cosplay? Black mustache and maybe a Cossack hat. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Uh... Yeah, we got a map going with where all of our viewers are from. Marble, I don't remember where you're from. Um, Arizona. Let's go ahead and add Arizona. This will be fun. I don't know where to add. Okay, so Arizona is kind of like here, basically. That's about right. You're from Canada. I don't know how to draw Canadian provinces well enough, so you just get to represent all of Canada. I feel like there's something weird with Arizona. Maybe. I'm also gonna like. I'm gonna scrunch these together a little bit. Just realize that's gotta be not great. Arizona. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm just drawing this from memory. So New Mexico is going to be really big. Okay. Let me draw. Okay, somebody requested something, and we can just go and do that immediately. Ukraine with the Cossack cosplay. Let's see. Okay. We can do Ukraine. Let's see here. Gonna have to clean some stuff up. It does have a more squiggly west border. That's what I'm missing. Yeah. It's straight at the bottom, but then it's like not at the top. Ish. Or is it not straight at the bottom? California's like... Yeah, California's like this. No, it's just kind of that. That is way too small here. So I kind of need California for reference. Then I can. That's better-ish. California's border must go up at a higher angle. We're going to call that okay. Has a chip on its northwest border. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of more like a chip, isn't it? We'll go ahead and just do that. Yeah, California starts about the middle. Yeah, Nevada's further north than I was thinking it was. That looks better. Okay. I'm gonna leave that be. Okay. So, now what was I doing? We're gonna move this stuff over. Oh, did I lose the power? Oh. I was confused for a second. So, we're gonna go on up here. I'm just moving stuff around so that it's like easier for me to fit. Saudi Arabia is gonna have to go over here. No, it could stay here. Just a little bit off screen. That'll be okay. Okay, so now let's do some Cossack. This is gonna have to be like a... Let's see here. Somebody on Twitch? No. Okay. The Cossack hat is quite straight. And it's going to be sort of like this. And I need like a dark red. So do. Okay. Like for... Why is... Let's see here. Okay. Interesting. I have to go a little bit. That's pretty good. Okay. This needs to be like a brighter red. Let's see here. Do that. Okay. Now then, this hat needs to be a little bit fuzzy. We will just go ahead and do that, I guess, manually. Not really an ideal way. Lots of furry hats today. Lots of furry hats. Okay. But good. And now this is going to have to be like a very dark gray. It's kind of scribbling. Okay, and where did I go wrong? The problem is here. Okay. Okay. Let's do Ukraine's flag, which is easy enough. Literally, only one line. That's all it takes. Okay. You know what? Don't like those eyes. I think the eyes were just kind of too big. That'll do. Need to fix that. Oh god, that second eye is off. Didn't realize that. Sometimes you just gotta redraw an eye 50 times. You know what I mean? You ever do that? Find yourself just drawing an eyeball? Da, 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 da. Got a dairy ring. 5 on that. Okay. A little Cossack. Now, what kind of weapons did Cossacks use? There's a lot of they had like pikes. Will the mustache be added? Yeah. I'll add the mustache here in just a second. Okie dokie. These are kind of like a really dark gray, I suppose. And I want this to be a little bit lighter. And I want for there to be an extra part sort of in the middle. And it needs to be pointier. And I need a slightly lighter. This needs to be thin. Needs to be thinner. Okay. This is kind of shadows. It could be even a little darker, but not by much. And do that. Oh, da ba ba ba. There's a little Cossack. Little Cossack Poland, not Poland, Ukraine. And let's just add a little bit of just a little tiny amount of texture here on the bottom. Even that was too much. It just needs a teeny tiny bit. Okay. There's your Cossack Ukraine. And actually these sort of had a spike at the end of them. Hi, noobish. Okay, that's where we're at so far. Actually, kind of wanna add in some eye shadows. More like this. I'll just do that. And actually, this Russia needs the same thing. There's a lot of hats, mind you. Okay. Need the mustache in there. Okay. And it could go like here. Go there. Okay. Glad you like it. That was pretty fun to draw. Gotta go for now. See ya, Egg Stealer General. I'll be posting the art in the Discord if you wanted to go get it later. Just as a heads up. Okay. Let's see. Anybody else got an art request? I will be back in just a second. I gotta go to the bathroom. But put your art requests in the chat. I think I'll be able to do like one more, I think. Yeah. Be right back. So let's do one or two more drawings. Has anybody got any ideas? For something to draw. Could you do Tuvalu? I can do Tuvalu. Any request as to doing what? I'm gonna do Tuvalu. Let me go ahead. Kind of don't need that. Let's do holding a toy boat. Yeah, we can do Tuvalu holding a toy boat. Can I move Russia? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move Russia out of the way a little bit. Just to give us some more room. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw Tuvalu holding a toy boat. Gotta start off with the circle. It's always so fun. No. 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 When you've been drawing these enough, you just kind of know what you want. Okay. Tuvalu flag. Open. This will be fun. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm just getting the colors at the time being. Okay, now I'm gonna draw some flag stuff. Okay. Don't like that star. That's better. Okay, now. Let's go ahead and draw. that. 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 Okay, there's stars. Probably come back to that in a bit. Okay, so now Union Jack, my favorite. Gotta love drawing this one. Okay. Okay. Now for the really fun part, and that is diagonals. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Okay. So far, so good. See ya, Hemi Cat 2000. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. And just kind of fix all that. Jazz. Like jazz. Okay. There is Tuvalu. I'm gonna go ahead and do the shadow now. While I can. And I'm gonna make this one. Okay, now. Trying to think of this boat. Okay. And I have to draw. Let's see here. Okay. And okay. And jeez, got lost. Sorry for the whiplash. And dark blue. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Just gonna go ahead and do that. Okie dokie. And let's see. This, quite a bit of this actually. Okay. Yeah, no problem, Watermelon. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, appreciate it. Da, 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 da. No, I don't like these boat colors, so we're gonna fix that. Call it good. Now then, what I want to do is do a little beach. Okay. Yeah, what I want to do is like this. And dark green here. And else. There's some rocks. Yes, shadow is not. Okay. Go. There's a little Tuvalu. I think that's pretty cute. Pretty cute. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna move some stuff around because I'm like out of room. So Tuvalu, you're gonna go up here. This little guy is gonna go down here. Ukraine's gonna go over here. And no. Russian soldier's gonna go here. This is gonna go over here. Russian soldier's gonna go over as far as it can. Saudi Arabia's gonna come out here. Swiss cheese stuff is gonna go like here. Saudi Arabia is going to have to go off the screen a little bit. And it's going to have to go like... Look at that. Okay, so I got room for like 2 more drawings. Something... I'm going to be able to put something here. And something here. So, what ideas do we have? Anybody got any good ones? Oh, I forgot Ukraine. Covered it up. Okay, never mind. I've messed up. I will have room for 1 drawing at the very least. Yeah, that's gonna have to go there. And Ukraine can go here. Oh, I might be just totally out of room. No, I got a little bit of room. Just enough for one. Just enough for 1 thing here in the middle. So what do we want? Uruguay, are you still here? If you're still here, I'll do Uruguay. If you're not still here, we'll let somebody who is here request something. So let me know. In the meantime, I'm gonna do some more on this Tuvalu drawing. Just because I can. Let me see here. I'm gonna just Google random country. Country picker wheel. Why not? Spin. I reserve the right to veto if it's an annoying one to draw. I'm gonna do it again. It was gonna be an annoying one to draw. Now what do we got? That's worse. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Most country flags are pretty bad to draw. I don't draw that. I already drew that today. Fun, fun. No. Yeah, if anybody else has any ideas, let me know. Because I am wiped out. Don't do that. Actually, you know what? Let's do an African country. I think that's the only continent not represented. Assuming that... No, there's no South America either. Got the one African country that also has a European flag. Sorry about that. Okay. Got Kenya. Kenya's good. Any requests for Kenya? Otherwise, I'll just see what strikes my fancy. Make Uruguay sleeping, please. Okay, we'll do Uruguay sleeping. Okay. Let me get... Flag of Uruguay. Uruguay has a easy to accommodate number of stripes, which I appreciate. Okay. There's going to be one in the sort of middle. That'll do. Problem is, I've made these stripes too wide. Yeah, this is going to be Uruguay. Oh, and you're from Uruguay, so we can actually mark you on the map. Let me go ahead and just... These are all the countries of Studio Alpaca viewers that come to the live streams. Okay, so... I'm having a hard time drawing these stripes. That worked out well. Okay. Bingo. And there's two more down here. It would actually be wise of me to draw white stripes on blue instead of blue stripes on white. That would have made this easier. Okay, so now we got that. Which means that now we've got to draw this. No, that. Okay. Ugh. Now we gotta draw the sun. This will be fun. Just gonna draw red. Okay. That'll do. That's too big of a sun. I don't want to trace this because I feel like I can make it look fine without tracing. So, you know what? You know what? I don't need to draw the circle first. I can straight up draw the sun first. I mean, I can draw these first. That worked out well. Okay. Now let me... get this. Actually, draw it like this. And now I need a yellow. Okay. Did I? Kind of flipped it. Okay, I'm actually gonna fill all of these in with yellow and then do the brown on top of the yellow. If that makes sense. I like drawing. One of my favorite things is like there's some very mathy parts to it of like what selections you need to make and remove in order to draw something. Okay, now then, let's do... I need to do the... This. And a little bit of that. And I'm gonna make the sun a little bit bigger. And actually, it needs to go like this. Because the yellow all has the brown outline. I like the Uruguayan flag. I won't lie. And now all I need to do is just fill in a little bit more brown with yellow. Otherwise it'll look sort of unbalanced. Go. That looks okay. And let's do shadow here. Go ahead and do this. And sort of that. And let me see here. This is going to be bad. I'm going to add to it a little bit. Assuming I don't know if that's official then. So Montevideo doesn't have a flag. Interesting. That's okay. We can get by. Okay, dokie. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw that and a little castle here. That. And now that good. And a little castle. That's fine, really. And just do that. And some of this. Do you like jazz? Sorry. What else we got here? Okay, now we gotta come back here. Kind of. Mess this stuff up, and we'll get like 3 colors of leaves up in here. Here through and randomly assign. Some colors and this too. And just need some gray. Okay. some like blue ribbons. And should be about right, and like it's brown, and you should be the Montevideo coat of arms. And now I need a shadow. Actually, need to do is right here. Nope. And let's go ahead and draw some. Okay, there we go. We got a little napping Uruguay and Montevideo, because I think that's cute. Okay, well, with that, thank you everybody who has been watching. We appreciate it here at Studio Alpaca. If you aren't aware, I post the art from the live streams on the Discord, which can be found linked in the bio. If you're not a member yet. So if you want to get that art, just swing on by. It'll be posted. Yeah, thanks everybody, and we'll catch you next time.